Well, the conference championship game, Scott Richards, along with myself, Brad Bulbrick, and it's a big game, and the weather isn't cooperating, but it's football time.
Well, it's the last EWC football game. It ends tonight. Now, Kewaskum will be in the conference with Plymouth, as will Campbellsport and Waupun, but it ends, and we've talked about this. It's really baloney.
Yes.
The way the WIA's handle this, they don't like us talking about that. That's fine. But tell you what, these two programs since 2003 have won or shared the conference championship. That's a long, long time. The key in that success, stable coaching staffs.
Absolutely, Scott.
Coach Pittman, Kewaskum, excellent coach. Coach Knaus, Gran, Plymouth, excellent coaches. Staffs have stayed together. That's the key.
Senior are being announced here. Number 3 is Bucchini. Dominic Bucchini. Number 9 is Zach James. Number 15 is Lucas Johnson, another senior. Tyler Williford, number 32, another one of our seniors. Again, tonight's Bears night. They announced the senior.
Senior night tonight.
Isaac Ullman, linebacker for the Panthers, fullback for the Panthers. Not sure if I'm coming through or not. I guess I am. And we have Austin Reminger, and he's a senior running back, or wide receiver linebacker. Alex Lockwood, a wide receiver defensive back. Paul Bruging, an outside linebacker, or I should say offensive lineman and linebacker. Number 60 is Pat Lemke. He's an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Number 62 is Matt Olig, senior, and he's an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman. Then we move on down to Cole Meyer, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. On down to Brady Grappentine, a wide receiver, defensive back. And Alex Lefebvre, tight end and linebacker. And the last but not least senior is Nick Schultz, a tight end and defensive lineman. These are your seniors that have been the leaders of this fine football team during the year. And Scott, you know senior leadership is huge.
Well, it is, Brad, and you and I have both been senior parents. And it's an emotional evening. I think it's awesome. And you know what? And yet the kids just go out and play.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think our coaching staff has done a phenomenal job with. Just go play. Strap it up and play. What are your adjustments? Tighten your chin strap. So
this is the seniors' last chance to recognize their parents and the support of their sport on a formal basis kind of thing. They're going to play again in the playoffs. We'll talk about that as the game goes on. But, parent support is huge.
Absolutely.
In high school.
This program is brought to you by the Backers, our Plymouth Community TV 14 sponsor team. We're proud to have the Backers supporting the youth and teams in our community. If you'd like to be a backer, call the studio at 893-0006. And Brad, you've got two teams that are evenly balanced. Brandon Thull leads the conference in rushing, one of the leading rushers. The leading rusher in the Milwaukee area, frankly. I know. They list him as a senior, junior. I think he's a junior.
Well, they have him on our program as a junior, but and he's a fine athlete.
Yeah.
He's really doing a bang-up job in the conference, no question about it.
And I know recently, it's a big deal, but he got a letter from Alabama. We've got the same on the other side with Sam Stilling, Ty Williford, Zach Kane. So there's athletes on both sides of the ball. Both coaches have said the same thing. It comes down to technique, fundamentals, turnovers. It's
very well, blocking, tackling. That's what it is.
I'm going to give Nick Hornick, and he's not around, credit. He said to me one time, all mistakes are mental. I go, you're somewhat right. So, we'll see what happens, and the Panthers are going to kick off. I suspect they deferred. The weather isn't terrible by any means. It's not balmy.
Compared to about an hour.
Right.
We were talking to one of the coaches from Kewaskum. He said the rain was coming down sideways.
In Kewaskum.
And it was nasty. And the field is in pretty good shape. There's a soft spot that's always been soft. We're just about ready to get underway.
Weinbauer with the kick.
Good coverage there.
Excellent coverage by the Panthers special teams. The Panther Football Booster Club thanks all of the fans of Plymouth Panther football and the many businesses in our community who support the cause. Our goal is to support the coaches, molding the young men who do well on the field and even better in life. Thank you to Plymouth Community TV and all of us who put up with all kinds of situations here in Finke Field and around the conference. As we said, Brad, the last conference football game, to me it's Kewaskum's power, Plymouth's speed and athleticism.
First and 10 at the Kewaskum 27-yard line. To Hull. Thull over the right side. He's going to gain about 5.
You know, you saw that, Brad. You had basically a power I formation. They're going to pound the ball. They're not real fancy. Prochnow has had a good year as a quarterback, junior quarterback. Thull, as I said, leads the area, the Milwaukee Sentinel area in rushing. So they're gonna hammer the football.
Offside tackle there. Another offset power I. Over the right side, and Thull's going to break it into the secondary. He's going to be down inside, out to about the 46-yard line, and he kind of was very patient there, Scott, and it exploded in the gap.
Well, the thing about Brandon Thull, and I've actually met the kid, he's a really nice young man, is he's got a great forward lean. He runs with power. He's not huge by any means, but he runs with power, great forward lean. But you just saw there he has patience as well to let his blockers do their job.
He actually is about 5'8", 175 pounds they have him listed as. With that downward lean, he's on the outside edge. He's going to turn it up. He's going to get another 12, 13 yards. This is not what the Panthers wanted to have happen early.
Well, I talked to Coach Grahn a little bit today, and he said, you know what? Nobody has stopped him in the conference. The conference defensively, the two defensive teams in the conference are Plymouth and Kewaskum. Nobody else really can match up defensively, but nobody has stopped Thull all year, including West Bend East, West Bend West, who they played non-conference.
So far, all 3 plays have gone to the right side, and now they have seen something that they want to exploit.
Well, and the Panthers, I mean, they're loading the box without question. He's still making yards.
First and 10 at the Panther 43-yard line. Here's a counter over the right side. Their left side, he's on the right side. And he was able to gain about 7 yards right there. Good job of setting up that play, Scott.
And you saw that what you and I used to call the limp leg.
Yep.
You know, that limp leg. Jimmy Brown, all those guys give that leg and cut.
I'm talking to Charlie Hampton.
We'll see. We're good again? Right over the right side. Gain of about 2.
But they're in Fort, without question, Brad, at 10-16, starting the game here from Finke Field. They're in 4-down territory.
Panther down on the field right here. Could be the nose for the Panthers. Replacing Dirk Swigger.
What do we got to do? Okay, tell Brad that. Do we have a hand mic? Can we get a hand mic? Okay. All right. Well, good news or bad news, bad. They can't hear you and they can only hear me.
That's probably good news.
Well, we're going to get a hand mic. We don't know the technical difficulty that's happening, but Gary Kaiser, who's unbelievable in terms of the tech stuff for TV14, he'll take care of it. Mike Briggs on the camera tonight. Brad, you and me, you know what? This is our last EWC broadcast.
We've done a lot of them.
We have
done a whole lot of them. Either side?
No, we got me, and that's we do.
It's not on TV.
Well, Gary just said they got me.
Monitor, so it's
Whatever.
recorded.
Well, we're just we'll do the best we can with the limited ability we have.
Ryan Brooks.
Ryan Brooks coming off limping a little bit here. Kewaskum 3rd and 2 inside Panther territory at about the 34-yard line. Wing left, Thull has carried it pretty much every time here, and he's going to carry it again. Stopped for a second in the backfield, but I think he picked up the first down. The way the mark's going to look to me, he's got the first down. Great hit by the Panthers.
Going to be awfully close.
I think the Panthers got a great spot. Just frankly, Brad, I think they did. And I think you might be half a football short. Great fill by one of the linebackers for the Panthers. Again, as we're having sound difficulties, you can see the game, you can't hear the game, which some people might find to be a blessing, but we don't. And as they stretch it, it's going to be... Make the move, referees. Tell us what we got going on here.
Now it's short.
It must be so close that they gotta be sure. It's short by maybe an inch. Brad, for you and I, this would have been a sneak.
Yep.
My son had a game the other night. He told the quarterback, go up and tap the butt. The quarterback waited about 5 seconds. The other team jumped in, couldn't do it. This is where you can put a guy on the nose, but for that inch, it's up to here's where you trust your center and your two guards. Can they handle it or not?
Defense is getting ready though.
Yeah, they are. And Prochnow, the quarterback, sneaks it, and he's got the first down. I don't think there's any question about that, Brad.
He went down early and then bounced forward. It's going to be awful close. I think they got it, but just by the end of the football, they got it.
You're right. They got the first down, and it's part of a great drive.
Well, what they're doing is they're just coming right at you right now. The Panthers are starting to step up their defense a little bit here. And, it's going to take some time for them to make the adjustments, and Coach Knaus makes the adjustments on the fly, no question about it.
Well, and this is what the Panthers expected, power football by the Kewaskum Indians. That's their game. Prochnow going to look a little bit, throw the ball, threw it up. I don't know if he got hit, but it was a terrible pass. I'll tell you what, we're going to make some things happen on this pick return. It might. That'd be Sam Staling on the interception. That was a terrible pass by Prochnow.
Tell me something, Scott. Why?
Well, you want to mix it up a little bit. But if I'm going to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to do a fake.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They were on a play action or anything. We've both coached a little bit. Sometimes you overcoach, and that's what I think we saw with Kewaskum.
A little bit right there, and it wasn't a real easy route. Wasn't a real easy pass. Give him something safe.
And I don't know if he got hit. He didn't get hit. It just was not a good throw. So the Panthers take over, which is great for us. Gavin Falk under center, tosses to Staling, who got the pick. And I tell you what, he gave a limp leg and got outside. Picks up about 8 yards, Brad. He gave the limp leg on that one.
Well, very well run by him, no question, but really good sealing on the outside edge by the tight end. I think Albert was right out there and did a real nice job, and the wideout really sustained the block quite well.
So the Panthers will have second and a long one, short two. Again, big turnover, and the game is all about turnovers. And in this series, it's who can reduce the turnovers. And Kewaskum had a terrible turnover for them. Great for the Panthers. Up the middle, nothing doing. Again, we try to get the numbers for you on the runs, but our angles aren't great. They said Falk kept it. I don't believe he did. I believe it was.
It was Falk.
It was Falk.
He was not able to get the handoff off the high snap. I think it was more of a busted play because of a high snap.
So the Panthers will be 3rd and 1. They're inside Kewaskum territory at the 41. Falk under center, Williford and Staling behind him. Well, they tried some type of a read option, was not there, and Falk is taken down behind the line of scrimmage, Brad. 4th and 3, and the Panthers send on the punt team.
Well, you have on the weak side, you don't block everybody, but you got to at least put a little bit of a hat on them to break their momentum. But number 58 for Kewaskum came down hard and made a nice play.
Well, I'll tell you what, the lineman that is considered to be their best lineman, maybe their best player, is Sam Fector for Kewaskum. Very, very, very good player. Wilford to punt. The Panthers move around a little bit. And a rugby-style punt. And a good punt. That's going to work out great. Not so great. Runs into the end zone. So it's tit for tat here, Brad. The Kewaskum Indians will take over at the 20. Gives us a chance to bring you a message. Miller and Belt Incorporated, Hillendale Road, 67 in PP. Missed opportunities can leave a person full of regret, which is why Miller and Belt is giving you many opportunities to get a new Simplicity tractor or riding lawnmower, and we're getting close to a snowblower as well. Find season-ending deals now at Miller and Belt. They say all good things come to an end, and summer's no exception, and we can feel it up here tonight. So Kewaskum takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Panthers held serve, and then so did Kewaskum. Fowler on the left side.
Flag on the play. Flag comes flying in, Scott. A flag on the play, probably holding, thrown in the holding area.
You're right, Brad. We're holding comeback. Where the flag came in, you definitely a hold, which would be big for the Panthers. You know, you're right. We're going back to that last series. Kewaskum had just pounded the ball, and not that Prochnow he's a good quarterback. He's had nice stats, but boy, you know,
he had a little pressure on him, so somebody was in his face, but he threw that ball up for grabs. I mean, you know.
Well, I didn't like the pattern. It was, I didn't like. I'll tell you what. You throw it at Stilling. Sam Stilling has had a great year, both sides of the ball. You know, you're messing with fire there, but nonetheless, big penalty for Kewaskum. So now it's 1st and 20. They're backed up to the 10. Makes a little difference on the calls you make. They don't spread it out much. I mean, we got a little bit of a split left, wing right, backs in the backfield. And we're probably going to get a procedure, false start. I'll tell you what, it seems to me that, just me, but the yips are getting to Kewaskum.
Well, you think about it, and you think about the self-discipline and all that. That's what really can be tough on a team. I know of a couple teams out there. Menasha, my son coaches at, they are not well disciplined. They make mistakes, similar to what we're seeing with Kewaskum right here. And it's like, wow, if you want to be a top-notch team, you got to erase that stuff.
Well, Kewaskum's 8-0 for a reason, but they haven't played in a game like this. You know, they're like I said, it's a great program, great coach. But we got now 1st and 25. They're going to give Thull the ball off the right side. He's going to pick up about 7.
Well, I tell you, Thull does not go down easy because he's got his legs training the whole time. You talked about a forward lean, Scott. You hit the nail right on the head. He's going to always fall forward, always.
Yep, you're right. You know, he's a very, very, very good football player. So going to bring up now, they got him at about 2nd and 19. 2nd and 19. Here's where, I tell you what, in Kewaskum's, if they're throwing the football, if they're throwing to their left, they're throwing right into the wind. So it'll be a bit of a challenge. They handed the Thull. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Boy, that was well defended. I mean, it was inside out from the nose tackle and the inside backers all the way out, and good containment on the outside edge. Brings up 3rd and a bunch, and that's what the Panthers need, is to get that ball right back.
We're going to see something. We heard through the grapevine that they may, in passing situations, put Zach Kane at a defensive end, let him go get the quarterback. They bring Gavin Falk in, and I think that's just what we're going to see. 3rd and 19. I'll tell you what, if I'm Kewaskum, I just want to be careful and not turn it over.
Exactly what you have right now is Zach Kane at the left defensive end, ready to go.
Instead, they give it to Thull. He breaks outside, but does not pick up the 1st down. Kewaskum's going to have to punt. It's going to be 4th and about 11. So 4:50 to go in the 1st quarter. 0-0 from Finke Field.
Well, they're going to get the ball back in decent field position, hopefully inside of Kewaskum territory. If they get a little bit more than a 35-yard punt, that's okay. We got a good kid back here, Kane, catching the ball. He makes good decisions back there receiving.
And a bad snap, and not a great punt.
It's going to go backwards. Scott, this is going to be a punt that went 12 yards, but with the roll, ends up to be a -1 or 2.
Well, it started all with a bad snap, and a bad snap, and the kid did a great job catching the football, but the Panthers in great field position. It's a field position game. Kewaskum's shown the ability to move the football when they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, you talk about bad snaps. We had one high snap that changed our play a little bit. Now that snap was not good and changed that punt result quite a bit. Hey, all the positions are important tonight.
So Sterling with the ball, picks up little or nothing. And this is what you're going to see, Brad. And again, Panthers have such a diversified offense. I don't worry so much when they don't pick up a couple yards because I think they got something up their sleeve.
Well, you know, Coach Grant doesn't sit on the idea that we're going to make it simple for any team. We're going to make them think that we're doing this, that, and the other thing, and he'll come up with something sneaky sooner or later.
2nd and 11 for the Panthers at the Kewaskum 17-18. Kane in motion. They swing it out to Zach, and great run by Zach Kane to pick up anything. Boy, he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage and picks up probably 5-6 yards down to the 16-yard line, I would guess. Down at 11.
I'll tell you, that's all Zach Kane. That's why other college teams are looking at him, because he's got that kind of desire, and that was a little bit of a nifty play. Nothing real fancy, but I tell you, he got hit early, but he had his legs churning just like Thal does, and he did a nice job right there.
Well, that was all Zach Kane. I mean, he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage and just kept going. Well, he's a great athlete, 6'4", about 180 pounds. It's all Janine Kane, by the way, in my opinion. Toss out and a little bit of a slip on the field is a little bit wet. Okay, the Panthers got a decision now. 3rd and 3. I think they're going to send the kicking team out, Brad.
Well, Williford was set up out there. It was set up perfectly. He probably gets a first down easily, but loses his footing, and it's going to be up 4th and about 5, looking at a field goal attempt of about 30 yards.
And Jared Weinbauer's a good kicker. He's had a great year for the Panthers. 30 yards, left hash. So for a right-footed kicker, that's better. 2:26 left in the first quarter. The snap and hold are the key. This kick is up, and it's no good. No good. Boy, I thought he hit it well, but the kick is no good. So the Kewaskum Indians dodged the bullet.
Well, the Panthers had a golden opportunity there. Weren't able to convert, but still good field position for the Panthers defensively, starting at the own 20 for Kewaskum.
Yard line.
.213 left to go in the first quarter, 0-0. Kewaskum and Plymouth, championship game here from Finke Field. Kewaskum's moved the ball well. The Panthers have not. Panthers have to take a timeout. I gotta take a pee pretty quick too.
Well, we're back. We're going to see if I am up and running here. Have a little difficulty with sound right now, but we're doing the best we can. Coach Richards is going to take a break right now. All right, and we're back. All right.
Mike Briggs here, stepping in for Scott Richards briefly. Plymouth Panthers have a nice, they ran a nice play down to the game, but they just can't put the points up. And
well, right now I think they have a little bit of the advantage that they're getting good field position here, and the defense is starting to figure it out. But it's taking some time, and I was a little disappointed with our execution on that last series. But actually, we did execute. We just didn't have the footing, and we got to make sure we take care of business here. Defensively, I think we're starting to answer Thal. Thal is a really good running back. We'll see what happens. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Straight dive with a fullback with a fake to Thal on the pitch.
He's going to get
7.
Yeah, he got enough. No, maybe 5.
Well, what they do is they're keying Thal so much that you keep an eye on them. They're going to hurry up offense, and they caught the Panthers with an extra person on, no call. Thal on the edge, trying to get to the outside. He does. Run out of bounds by Kane, but a gain of about 15 yards. Caught the Panthers flat-footed with this hurry-up offense.
Panthers have to be awake here.
So 1st and 10 at their own 40. Thal up the middle, and very little to nothing there. Gain of about 2.
We do want to see the Panthers start to put that defense together and cover this.
Well, you know, they've done some really good things. I think they made some good adjustments, but I got to give credit to the Kewaskum coaching staff. They're diversifying it enough to make us on our heels here a little bit. Very nice play right there.
Loss of 1.
40-yard line.
And the play there made by, I believe, number 56 for the Panthers. Number 56 for the Panthers. And I believe he was on the sideline with a hurt ankle there. Let me get it here. I got my.
Yeah, we got enough paper up there.
Well, it's wet and it's nasty, but Ryan Brooks make a heck of a play right there. Well done by Ryan Brooks, our nose tackle.
It's 3rd and 9.
Power eye to the left side here. Ball fake. Now looking to pass. Nobody there. Well defended by the Panthers. I got to tell you, that tells you how hard the kids and the coaches work on film, because they've seen that fake in the rollout, probably on film 3, 5, 10 times, who knows. But the kids were well schooled in that one and were right in position, well defended by the Panthers.
It brings up a 4th down for Kewaskum. They'll be punting it away. Kane will be going back. I'm just, the wind's going to play a bit of a factor, but Kane going back somewhere around inside the 25-yard line.
That's a line drive into the wind. Going to go out of bounds early, and a whole lot different punt than last time. Last time was a bad snap, kicked it straight up and went backwards. But this time, not a bad result for the Kewaskum Indians.
Visit the Paddock Club, located in downtown Elkhart Lake, with Chef Lynn Chisholm. Celebrate the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques by making artisan homemade pasta, bread, home smoked meats, sandwiches, and so much more. Open Tuesday through Saturday, serving dinner in the bar and dining room, live music on Friday, comfort food made for you and your family. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Well, they're at their own 32-yard line. They need to get something going here. Scoreless with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. That has not happened a whole lot. Falk back to throw, throws it slightly wide of Ullman out of the backfield.
Check.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Isaac Ullman.
Well, you know, Falk has stepped up quite a bit as a sophomore after Bukini going down early in the very first game with an ankle injury. Bukini now in at a wideout position here. Seeing his well, last week he played defensively. I don't know how much he played offensively, but another threat out there. Shotgun formation.
2nd and 10.
Stealing over to the left side. He's going to gain about 7 to 8 yards. Yep.
Bailey, the ball carrier.
And there's 19 seconds left. I think you're going to see this quarter run out, and I think you're going to see a 0-0 first quarter here. Panthers with the ball at almost their 39, past the 39-yard line. They'll end the first quarter with no score.
Plymouth Furniture and Bedding Showroom, located behind McDonald's in Plymouth, has a fine selection of furniture, including sofas, gliders, recliners, end tables, mattresses, bedroom set, dining room sets, a full line of leather sofas, chairs, and a whole lot more. You'll be delighted with what you see. That's Plymouth Furniture and Bedding Showroom. Also, Pop Murphy's Pizza Office, custom-made take and bake pizzas featuring the high-quality, fresh toppings, generously located on dough, made fresh every day. Experience the home-baked aroma of a convenient, delicious meal. Papa Murphy's, love at 425 degrees. NA Supply and Rental, located at 24th Thayer Street in Plymouth. It's everything you need for your fall lawn care needs. And of course, remember, winter just around the corner. Be checking all of that out. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. on Saturday, 8 to 4. 893-8676. Reserve your rental today. That is Ace Supply and Rental. It's been sort of a toss-up here in the first half.
Well, I tell you, Kewaskum come like a heck of fire. They're coming right at us, and then they throw the ball up. We get a pick, and we get good field position. We've had good field position the rest of that quarter. So it's a good top-notch, two top-notch teams going at it.
Very close to the first down on that third down situation. It's going to be just a shade short, I
think. It will be short. Bukini had to go down to get that. I tell you, it's tough to throw against this wind. The wind is coming out of the northwest slightly. So when you throw it on the left side of your screen at home, You're throwing into the wind. It's a tough one.
It does give the first appearance they may be going on 4th down.
It might be. Might be.
There's a timeout on the field.
I think the coaches have asked for a measurement here just to see.
And I would too.
Why not? Why not?
I'm going to invite Scott Riches back to the pile here.
Well, you know, we've had a few little audio issues, but I think we're good now.
That's the one that's live right there.
So, you know, it's what it is, though, Brad. You know, we had a few technical difficulties, but we're handling it. The Panthers are going to be short.
Watch yourself.
Check.
Fourth and a little bit. Panthers looking to go for it. That's the one. The Panthers looking to go for this, and both now the Panthers have had great field position, but punting into the wind could lose that field position just as well as not getting the 4th down in one call here. Panthers have something up their sleeve right here.
You know,
Scott.
you're right, Brad. Good call. You know, it's, you know, if they can pick it up, great. If they can't, well, we'll find out. And I believe they got it. I believe they got it, Brad.
That's one of those things that they work on in practice where a couple guys come out and the center and the splits come out, then your line comes up, gets set quickly. I'll tell you, Kewaskum reacted quite well and we're ready for that, but it was a good push by the offensive line.
Well, and again, we get into good coaching on both sides. You know, we have nothing but the great respect for the Kewaskum coaches as they do for our coaches. So, 1st and 10. Okay, handoff in the backfield. The Staling picks up 1 or 2. You know, in the course of the season, Brad, the Panthers, other than Indian Trails, have not had, they've not faced a defense like this, without question. Now, Kiel played them well, very well, but nobody else has basically said, we're not going to let Staling just run free.
Right. So, you know, the Panthers get one there, and they're looking to open this up a little bit, but it's tough against this wind. Panthers are up against a tough wind tonight. Nice job by Falk adjusting it up. And Bocchini breaks outside. He's got a chance. He's down to the 30. 25-20. Cuts back against and down inside the 15, down about the 12-yard line. I'll tell you, Falk bought a little bit more time through a rocket to Bocchini, and Bocchini made a nice move coming outside.
Well, you know, Brad, I was just going to say the same thing. That Gavin Falk got forced a little bit out of the pocket. Not great pressure, but he found Bocchini, and Bocchini did the rest. What a weapon. You know, they've got 2 good receivers in Kane and Schneider, and then you bring Bocchini back into the set along with Williford in the backs. Great job by Falk and the Panthers.
1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line. Here comes that option. Nice cut by Staling. Good power run down inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line, almost the 2-yard line. Scott, there wasn't a whole lot there, but Staling really put his head down and split the gap.
Well, and a great read by Falk. I mean, he got everything he could out of it, then pitched it to the bell cow, Staling, and Staling did the rest.
This is exactly what you want. You want 2nd and short at the 2-yard line. Get that 1st down, gives you a whole 4 downs to get into the end zone just by getting a 1st down here by getting about 6-7 inches.
Falk will go under center, Williford and Staling in the I formation.
Williford will get this. Oh.
Hand it to Staling, boy, I don't know. He might have been nailed in the backfield, Brad.
Yeah, I tell you, the great push by the Kewaskum Indian defensive line, and not a whole lot there. Brings up 3rd.
Well, third and short, obviously 4 downs. They're not going to try to kick the football here either. They're going to try to pound it in the end zone. So
I'm going to take that back. That was not Staling. It was Omen at the tailback right there. Staling just returned.
There was nothing there. It didn't make a difference who it was.
Exactly.
They got hit in the backfield. So 3rd and short, down inside the Kewaskum 5-yard line at about the 2. Oh, they're bringing out. They're going to measure it. I didn't see that coming. Did you?
Well, that might have been another situation where somebody's asking for it, and it is a 1st down, I think. Indeed, they did get the 1st down. And the officials, I didn't see them do anything to stop the clock or anything like that. But
we thought he got hit in the backfield, so maybe he snuck up a little bit. Nonetheless, Panthers 1st and goal at the Kewaskum 2-yard line. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Stealing will come back off. It'll be Oman at the tailback with Williford at the fullback, or I should say Williford at the tailback, Oman at the fullback, and Williford at the tailback. Power I situation here. Toss back to Williford. Williford going to get down about 1.5 yard line, 1 yard line. Not a whole lot there. This is a tough Kewaskum team. They've always been like rock tough.
Well, they're always solid. They're solid fundamentally. They're tough kids, you bet. Somebody said, well, they're a little chippy. You know, you get situations like that. Overall, it's been a great battle for the last long time, actually, since they came back in the conference in the early 80s.
You know, as the Sheboygan Falls rivalry has kind of waned a little bit because of the discrepancy between the two teams, this has become a pretty nice rivalry in itself. And defended well again.
Second, they tried to go off tackle on the right side that time. Kewaskum again. Penetration is the key down here. Now, Stalling was out on these two plays. I know Sam is limping just a little bit, but they brought him back on now, and they use his speed to get to the outside. They've tried to get inside at the 2. It's now 3rd and goal at about the 2 again, Brad. They really haven't gotten anything out of it.
Yeah, they're in between the 1 and the 2 yard line, and it's 3rd down, and you know, you got to get one here. You got to get one. So I formation, Stealing at the tailback, Williford in front. Stealing gets it, takes his time, gets up inside, touchdown. That's why I think Stealing needs to be in the field. He kind of pick and choose. Williford's a great lead blocker.
Well, and not only that, Sam kind of read the blocks. There was a little bit of a gap on the right side. Oleg and Schweiger. And Panthers get first blood. 7 minutes to go in the first half. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead over the Kewaskum Indians. You know, Brad, and that was 4th and short. The Panthers got it. They had a big pass, Falk to Bocchini, and then they just pounded it. Weinbar's kick is good.
Scott, that extra point went through and it almost blew back to a point where it might not have been good. That wind is howling tonight, but Panthers get one.
Well, we're lucky to have Mike Briggs of Hankerus down up here. Napa Parts at Plymouth, 107 Clover Lane, also in Random Lake and Sheboygan. Stop in at your locally owned Napa Parts store located on Clover Lane in Plymouth for all your automotive, farm, and heavy-duty needs. Additional stores located in Sheboygan and Random Lake. 20/20 Visions, Doctors Sharon Robertson, Brad Wickland. 20/20 Visions has been dedicated to the eye care needs of their patients for over 20 years. They're committed to providing the best care possible for their patients. Isn't it time for your checkup? Call 20/20 Visions today at 893-EYE to schedule your appointment. Be wise, take care of your eyes. Plymouth Plumbing and Heating, County Road PP in Plymouth. Plymouth Plumbing and Heating offers a wide variety of services including faucet repair, drain cleaning, and radon mitigation. They also feature a large range of products from water heaters and softeners to boilers and disposals. They got it all. Check out Plymouth Plumbing and Heating on the corner of PP and Pleasant View Road. Also, they have a beautiful Kohler showroom. Visit their website at www.plymouth-plumbing.com. Weinbar to kick, Brad. 7 minutes to go in the first half. About what we expected.
Well, absolutely. You knew it was going to be a tough against tough, and the Panthers just got the better half of it right now. But don't count Kewaskum out by any means. They're a good team. Panthers trying something a little different here. We always line up to the left side, try to do a little pooch kick away. I tell you, against this wind, I don't have a problem with that. I like to see it a little bit deeper, so the guy would have to chase backwards to go get it. But they're going to pick it up. Well, they're going to get the ball at about their 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Kewaskum Indians.
Well, good position for Kewaskum. Again, Kewaskum so far tonight shot themselves in the foot. They had inside the Panther 35 through a pick. They had at the 20 with a big gain, had a holding and then a procedure penalty. They had a terrible punt. So, you know, the Panthers have taken advantage of it, which is to their credit. 6:31 to go in the first half. There's a
time on the field. I'm not sure what the case is here.
I don't know either, Brad, but
now we're ready to play. And just so you know, we're sharing a mic tonight. This is difficult.
And we're not good without it. We don't know what happened, but that's just how it is. We do the best we can to handle it. Prochnow is going to throw the football, quick out.
Matt Oleg.
Almost had it. You know, I think every time they throw the ball, they're doing Plymouth a favor.
I think they're helping us out a bunch. You know, you're down 7-0. anywhere near the end of the world, you have Thal, who's really run well all night, and you go away from him. I'm not sure I understand it completely.
Well, and Prochnow has really good stats as a quarterback, but the Panthers, you know, they read their keys well. Now they're in a shotgun, so Thal would be to the right of the quarterback. Now he's blocking, and they threw a terrible pass. That was right in the dirt.
Matt Oleg did the same thing. He knew in his shotgun that they'd throw a very quick pass out of that formation. He well coached. He got his hands up and just tried to get in the lane, and I think the quarterback had to try to adjust that throw and just could not adjust that throw. And when he did try, threw it in the dirt. So it brings up 3rd and 10.
Well, you know, we do a little coach evaluation up here, and you're thinking, okay, they got the great position with the wind at the 39, and they're going bombs away. Well, they got to do what they got to do. Now they're going to try a draw and get absolutely nothing. I'll tell you what.
I don't like a draw with Thal whatsoever. He's a downhill runner. Give him the ball, but you don't give him the ball 3rd down on a draw. You give him the ball 1st down, downhill. I mean, I just think they're really playing in the Panthers' hands right now, and Panthers are going to get the ball back.
Well, not only that, but the Panthers are going to key Thal. I mean, they're not going to let him alone. So it's possible to punt the football with a bit of the wind. Kick, Zach Kane to get it. He's got it wide open here. He's tackled at about the 32, so the Panthers, 5:48 left to go in the first half, up 7-0, will take over at their own 32-yard line.
I love the idea that Zach King comes up, fields that ball, gets what he can, north and south, ends up to be a net 32-yard punt, which with the win is huge for the Panthers. They're in decent field position after giving up good field position for the Kewaskum Indians.
Well, again, we're not trying to coach the Kewaskum football team. We're just saying, we're just sitting here going, listen, you look at...
These are certain things that change the scope of the game.
Yeah, we just sort of wonder. Staling and Falk in the backfield. Staling, Falk hangs onto the ball, coming around the outside. He's got a bit of yardage. Kewaskum fills. There's a fumble, and Kewaskum is going to get the football. They're going to get the football at the Panthers 38, and there's no replay. That's a fumble, and the Kewaskum Indians are going to take over.
Well, you know, he did the right thing, bounce outside, but then you got to secure the ball. Now, he's a right-handed player. He's securing the ball with his left hand, running to the left side. Sometimes that's not your strongest suit, is to hold on with your weaker arm, but, you know, he ran it well. He just gave up the ball.
Well, and we talked about game of turnovers. The first turnover really stopped the Kewaskum drive. We'll see what happens with this turnover. Kewaskum now at the Panther 39-yard line. Let's see if they go back to their standard I-wing formation with Thal carrying the football.
I'll be surprised if they're not running downhill with Thal.
And Thal gets a football and gets to the outside, and there he goes. Puts a little limp leg, stops at the 10, gets down inside the 10-yard line. I thought he was stopped, Brad, and I'll tell you what, the kid is a great runner. We understand, after watching him live here, how good he is. And we got one on our side as well. You're seeing the 2 best running backs in the area and 2 of the best in the state tonight. But that was a great run by Brandon Thal.
He got stymied for about a 3-yard gain, and nobody wrapped him up, and he just kept his legs churning. That's the key to a good running back. His legs are quite active.
And that's why we wondered why he just, you know, feed the beast is what we used to talk about. Just feed the beast. First and goal inside the Panther 5. Thal with the ball inside the 5, and he gets met right at the 5. Nothing doing.
Well, that's Tyler Williford being Tyler Williford. He finishes a tackle, and he put Thal down pretty good. Thal got slow getting up, but he's lined up right away here, and the Panthers are going to have to deal with a hurry-up offense right here.
Same play, same situation. Tell you what, they just crack. They just collapse their defensive end and linebackers. Here's where Coach Knaus's defense is so difficult to coach against, because you don't know where people are coming from.
Another quick snap coming here.
That time Thal, and that's it. They ran basically the same play, but that time Brandon Thal found a spot. Great job by his line. Kewaskum's on the board. 4:21 left to go in the first half, and they're in the end zone.
Well, he was met, but his legs are active. He kept leaning, and then he stuck the ball over the end zone. He wasn't in the end zone, but he put the ball over the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown and a little bit of an oddball set up here.
Well, yeah,
back into
they make you move around a little bit. I think sometimes it goofs your own team up. This is a huge extra point, Brad, 4:21. Gwauskom's kicking game has been a little shaky on the year, just so you know. The kick is up, and it's good, and it's a tie ball game. 4:21 to go in the first half. From Finke Field, Brad Volbeck, Scott Richards, Mike Briggs, Gary Kaiser, 7-7.
Well, you wouldn't want it any different. In the last game of the Eastern Wisconsin Conference right here, the two best teams over the last, how many years, Scott? Last 10 years, two best teams, and they're going toe-to-toe right here.
State Farm Insurance and Financial Services, Jim Schultz, your agent. Stuck in a state of falling behind, or you're struggling to keep up with your kids? That's common. Finances and insurance. Let State Farm agent Jim Schultz in Plymouth help you simplify and get to a better state. With Jim handling your auto, home, and life, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too. That's money Jim can help you put toward a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Jim Schultz today and get to a better state. Meyer Motors, Plaza Lane in Plymouth. Meyer Motors in Plymouth is your source for new or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and they also have emissions testing. They've been doing this in Plymouth since 1926, right about the time Mike Briggs was born, and they're proud to be a part of the Plymouth community. Visit them online at www.gomeyermotors.com or feel free to stop through and visit their friendly staff. Meyer Motors, always a battle deal. Kewaskum kicks to the Panthers. They field it at the 15, coming to their left. Tell you what, they dodged a couple tackles. Staling dodged a couple tackles, but they're going to get the ball at the 32. 4 minutes to go in the first half, Brad. Comfortable room to work with starting at the 32.
Plenty of time. A high school drive is usually around the 5-minute mark. If you just kind of do your conservative, run the ball, throw the ball a little bit, they're at 4:14. Plenty of time, but you got to get that first down.
Well, and you're right. And the Panthers they've moved the football. Both teams have moved the football. Panthers with Falk at the tailback, hand to Staling, gets to the outside. There's where his speed pays off. Picked up about 8. Sam Staling up to the 41-yard line.
I would have loved to see him bounce it outside because I think Kane had a seal block that have brought the sideline open for Staling, and then Staling's one of the fastest kids in the conference without question. That would have been interesting, but took it up north, and that's okay with me too.
Second fastest, the kid, Herbsberger or whatever from Waupun has beaten him in the 100, but Sam is very quick in football pads. 2nd and 2. Same backfield, Falk, Williford, and Staling. Do a little bit of reverse. They're going to look to throw a football, and he's throwing it deep. That's just a phenomenal catch by the Panthers. Sam Staling. I'll tell you what, that was well defended by Kewaskum.
Coach Pittman is on the field. He's irate because Kane moved up to the line of scrimmage just at the last minute, got set. You were supposed to be set for a second. He was nowhere near that. And boy, I tell you, they're upset because that probably was a penalty that this side official did not catch. We'll take it.
And they're talking it over right now, and that's his question, and I understand it. And Zach, you're right. He moved up. He's got to be discernibly set. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. And that's what they're discussing. Now the officials are going to discuss it.
My second question is if Kane moves up the line of scrimmage, he can't throw that ball either because he's not in the backfield. So it'd be interesting to talk to the coaches after and say, okay, what all happened there? But it's going to go on. Here we go.
Staling on a handoff, picks up a couple tough yards. Again, the Panthers started that play at the Kewaskum inside the 35-yard line. You know, I have to be honest with you, I can't remember. I haven't done this for a while about Zach being able to throw the football. But, you know, you can do a double reverse, whatever. But the fact that he wasn't set, I understand Coach Pittman's concern. Nonetheless, Panthers, 2nd and 8 inside Kewaskum territory at the 33. Gavin Falk goes back to pass, and I'll tell you what, there was some pressure. He slipped a little bit. Nonetheless, the Kewaskum Indians sacked Gavin Falk back at right at the 40-yard line.
I tell you, these defensive ends for Kewaskum are just really outstanding. They come hard, and they come with a lot of tenacity, and they're playing well on the weak side, trailing a play, making a play, and they're doing really well containing. I'm impressed.
one thing to consider with about 2 minutes to go in the first half, the Panthers will get the ball at the start of the second half. 3rd and 16, Stelling in motion to the left, Falk looking to the right, quick hit. Not much going on though, and Zach Kane is hit at the 40. It was a little bit of a, we'd call a bubble screen, a wide receiver screen. Nothing going. The Panthers are going to punt the football with. They're going to punt it with about 1:40 to go, Brad, and try to pin Kewaskum back.
Well, you know, they try to set up a little jump screen there, a little bubble screen coming up into the middle here, and it was well set up, but it's also well defended.
As what we expected with two really good football teams. One is ranked 3rd or 4th in the state Division III. The other one is like 6, 7, or 8. Williford to kick. Gets it off. Gets all of it. It's going to come to rest. Kewaskum's going to get the ball at about their own 16-yard line with 1:21 to go. Timeouts.
Yep. Timeout.
I know Panthers have taken one. Kewaskum, I don't know that they've taken any.
I don't think they've taken any. I think they have all 3 timeouts left. I don't anticipate them doing much. If they open it up pass-wise, I'd be surprised. They have not had a lot of success. In fact, they've had a lot of failure. So,
well, you got the guy that just took him right down the field from the 39. That might be just me, but I might hand him the football. But they want to get the thing is, Kewaskum doesn't want to give it back to the Panthers in this situation. So 1:21 to go when Kewaskum snaps in the ball. Prochnow under center, Thal at the tailback, and he's the guy that's going to get the football. Or maybe not.
He's going to get the ball.
Gets the ball outside. And they pick up a first down up to the 30. Yeah, I was a little surprised, but then I haven't been very smart most of my life.
Well, the same kid still got the ball. They got him into a screen there, so Thal with the screen. And Williford doing a nice job of pursuing and catching back up to that after he made a few cuts and putting him down after about a 12-yard gain.
Clock stopped on the first down, but it's still rolling. It's going to be about 1 minute when the Kewaskum, now they're in a shotgun. And this is what, shotgun empty backfield. Surprises the living daylights out of me, to be frank. Prochnow looking, throwing deep, and there was some contact out there, and that was actually a good throw. Could have been caught. Nonetheless, it wasn't.
Well, he was behind Bukini, but with this wind, he threw the ball that he wanted to throw, but the wind took it outside the reach of Thal. But Bukini needs to stay with Thal and not let him get behind. Thal's a good player. He's got to always be in front of you.
Well, he's got a long ways to go. Just don't let him get behind you. But I thought there was a little bit of contact, but in high school, that's not like the pros where it's a 5-yard rule. Shotgun again. Prochnow in the shotgun. A little bit of a short pass.
Alber's right there to make the tackle. Well read, well defended. They all have their assignments, and Alber's comes through right there.
If you're Kewaskum now, Brad, you got 70 yards to go. You're going to be under 30 seconds, closer to 20 seconds. You just don't want to give the ball back to the Panthers.
Yeah, I think you run the ball here, and if you don't get it, you just let it go.
And they're going to get a procedure penalty. Like we said, you want to feed the beast. 17 seconds to go in the first half. You know, they put him in a shotgun. You get a bad snap in the shotgun. The Panthers got it with Weinbauer's leg. You got a potential for a field goal.
Yeah, I think right now, 16 seconds, the clock is running. I think they're going to come. I don't know if they're going to run a play. They don't even need to. And I don't think they're going to. I think that's going to be the end of the first half, down to 6-5, and nobody's going to have another play here. That'll end the first half, I'm sure, Scott.
And it did, Brad. So at the end of the first half, from Finke Field in Plymouth, Wisconsin, it's Plymouth 7, Kewaskum 7. Just exactly what we expected. Brad Volbrecht, Scott Richards. Brad, first score, it's been back and forth. Stats we don't have, but back and forth. The Panthers scored on a short run, Sam Stelling for about 2 yards. Kewaskum came back, Brandon Thal, after about a 35-yard run, also scored on about a 2-yard run, 7-7.
I think the key is going to be the first possession for the Panthers in the second half. I'm looking forward to that second half, see what the Panthers have in store early on.
You're right. We'll be coming back to you from a little bit of a chilly top of the barn in Finke Field. Scott Richards, Brad Volbrecht, see you in a little while.
You know, it didn't sound
Well,
I'm gonna diagnose here.
Welcome
Okay,
to downtown
this is the one
Plymouth,
that's been working.
Wisconsin on a wonderful, wonderful day. The weather's great, the sky is blue, the families are lined up on the street, and this is what we always look for. It's Homecoming 2014. We'd like to welcome you to this broadcast on Plymouth Public Television. What you'll see now is the color guard from post 243 who lead with the colors. The colors are followed by Grand Marshal Andy Novak, who's the new assistant principal at Plymouth High School, and his family. And you can see in the sports car, it's a close-knit little family in there looking good. And who else could it be? But ladies and gentlemen, it's the Plymouth High School Marching Band. Let's listen to some of the music.
Wireless mic off. Jason, turn the mic off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's halftime entertainment featuring the Plymouth High School Marching Band and the Riverview Middle School Marching Band. The bands will now start with Pitbull's Timber.
You gotta be kidding me.
Check, check, check. Check.
Testing 1, 2.
The bands will now continue with One Direction's big hit, The Best Song Ever. band will now conclude this evening's halftime with the Party Rock Anthem.
Check, check. Testing 1, 2.
As Disney World. And here come a couple of special guests from the city. It's Erica Shaw and Joe Decker, homecoming royalty. And of course the kids are waving and hoping for any kind of candy. And something that we're really blessed to have, such a sunny day that everybody can be in short sleeves and relaxed. It's a bit of a fashion show here today. Here's Amy Hollick and Matt Hogue. Somewhat of a contradiction in downtown Plymouth now, with scarecrows lining the street and a fashion show unmatched. And here we go, throwing out the candy with smiles and, of course, a little bit of excitement down here. Julia Novotny and Tyler Williford. This is, of course, all the homecoming royalty. And it's interesting to see that the car that they're driving in is older than they are and presented quite well. And as we move right along, it's the official pace truck from the dirt track races at the Plymouth Fairground. Always a wonderful Saturday night event and has become known very well throughout the county and throughout the Midwest. Uh-oh, the Panthers on the prowl right now. Here it comes. The cheerleaders being guarded by the Plymouth Panther. And sometimes the word representative is big enough that you need two lines. So this is the 2014 Plymouth High School representatives on two lines. Standing, a little bit of a challenge there in the high heels as the trailer moves along. There's not much greater joy than a high school parade. The students enjoying the beginning of the year, getting ready for the big homecoming game. Oh, oh, they're playing Campbellsport High School tonight. I just found that out. I wasn't sure who the game was. This is the freshman volleyball team. Volleyball has become a huge event in high schools. And if you ever want to see a fun night, go to the high school volleyball games. They're really a blast, as is all athletics at high school. Soccer, volleyball, football, it's everything. And here is the 1964 50th reunion group. The smiles are just as big as every kid. There's some on the trailer, and of course, some walking behind. A proud group, and also some candy for the kids. 1964, a lot of smiles, a lot of joy, and it's great to have them getting together this weekend. The honored group. That would be the 50-year group that just went by. It's amazing. And of course, nothing says Earth but Boy Scouts, and from Cascade, Wisconsin, the Bay Lakes Council Boy Scouts. Sitting around the campfire, enjoying the night. A little bit of a break here in the parade right now. Welcome to downtown Plymouth. Well, it's a wonderful, wonderful night, continues to be great. And downtown Plymouth, people are lining the streets. And when you think of Plymouth, there's nothing you think of more than cheese. And that is right there, the biggest brand in cheese in the country right now, the Sargento Mobile. What a great looking ride. I wonder where you find dealership you find that at. That would be a Swiss cheese, but in yellow. Whoop, somebody, up here we go. We're going to put someone in the back of the cheese wagon. Whoop, he's knocking on the door. Trick or cheese, you might say. Here we go. From Carbon to Plymouth. I'm not sure what that means. Wait a minute, I do. That's from Carbon, Germany. I would imagine these are exchange students, because I could tell the German flag. I always love the German students that come over. Have hosted them myself. They're all happy to be here. And what a great opportunity for an education in the United States, in a city that welcomes them as much as being at home. Plymouth, Wisconsin. Cheese capital of the world, I think. Here's Abby Payne and Zach Campbell. They're not sure if they should wave. They're smiling and they're talking. But they're not going to look up and wave yet. They're still thinking. Oh boy, JV on fire. This would be another volleyball group, the JV volleyball team. And it's almost kind of like toga night for this group. JV on fire. Be sure to go again and attend volleyball, soccer, all the sporting events in every part of Plymouth High School. I don't think I will be around when that's their 50th anniversary, but what a great group of kids. The girls swimming and diving team, always an amazing sport. I can never understand how hard somebody can work to swim. You gotta admire them. We're located high above the sewing basket, who has allowed us to be up here, and it's just the greatest view in town. Here you go. And when you say corn, you do say rural Wisconsin. Love the animals. Got a miniature cow, a sheep, dog on the front, rooster, FFA's trailer of farming. Go Panthers. More royalty coming up the street. The parade continues. Such a welcoming location to be in downtown Plymouth. The businesses here step up and decorate their windows, make it a welcoming opportunity for all the young people in appreciation of everything that is Plymouth. And you can see the future of Plymouth lining the streets. And here's Joan Vorpagel from the class of '73. And she's really a favorite with the young people, you can tell. Perhaps it's a bit of the candy helping that, but the Mustang looks great, and they do too. Little varsity volleyball. This is the big team. These are the ladies who will be competing.
5 for 78. Does that make sense?
No.
Go.
Welcome you back to the second half, guys.
Ready?
Hey, we're back for the second half. Panthers tied up with the Kewaskum Indians 7-7 after one half of play. And Scott, it was, not a lot of scoring, but things were happening. I mean, we've seen some strategies. We saw some things happen, and
It was what we expected. A great football game. Two well-coached teams. Both teams have good athletes, great running backs. Kewaskum had some opportunities. Plymouth had some opportunities. They both scored one time, and Plymouth had a chance at a field goal. It wasn't good, but it's a tough situation. Kewaskum kicks. Plymouth will get the ball to start the second half, starting at the 15-yard line.
sitting at the 15. Go
Sam's
straight ahead.
bringing it out to about the 35, so 15-yard return, and Plymouth will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36. Going into the wind if you're throwing to the left. Right, Brad?
But the Panthers have what I would consider the advantage is that they were able to kick off with the win and start the game with Kewaskum going against it. But in the second half, we start with the ball, we're against the win, but we finish with the win, which could be huge, Scott.
Right, and it's just been it's everything it should be, Brad. To be honest with you.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line is
Sailing
over right
through,
side, breaks it.
He's
to the outside edge. He's got a chance. Turns the corner, breaks another tackle, twists up and down at near the 25-yard line, and a late flag. A late hit of some sort after the play was done. It'll be interesting if this is tacked on. A 15-yard penalty, but it could go either which way. No indication as of yet.
They're talking it over, Brad.
Going dead ball, personal foul on the Panthers. Probably a late hit out of bounds of some sort after Stilling went down, so that's going to negate 15 yards of a very nice run, 10, 20, 30, almost probably a 40 plus run by Staling. Brings it 15 yards back. Panthers will get a first down inside of Kewaskum territory, down to about the 42-yard line at Kewaskum.
Well, the linemen did their job getting them in about 3 to 5 yards, and then Sam did the rest. Did a great job of getting outside. Unfortunately, that penalty brings them back after a great gain. 1st and 10 inside Kewaskum territory at the 42-yard line. Falk under center.
Takes the Staling, cuts inside.
They said, hey, listen, we're going to feed the beast, and he's done. He's gone. They're not catching him. That was a halftime adjustment. We're just going to toss it and get outside.
And I tell you, it was very well blocked, but Staling does a nice job of following his blocking and then really knows when to make a hard cut outside, get to the edge, and use his speed. He did it very well right there.
Well, that's the adjustments that they made, and I can't tell you, I was in the locker room a little bit, but they just looked about getting outside. Kowalski is not letting you inside tackle to tackle, so if we can bounce it, it's a bit of a bounce, a little bit of a bump on that one. Nonetheless, the Panthers' first blood, 11:31 early in the second half. Weinbauer to kick. Snaps a little high. We got a procedure penalty back here.
It would have been no good anyhow. False start on the Panthers.
Primetime Cellular, your Cellcon agent, and Radio Shack. Primetime is your one-stop shop for smartphones, home phones, and satellite TV service. And Radio Shack products. Primetime Cellular and satellite partners include Cellcom, Radio Shack, Dish Network, DirecTV, Xseed. Visit Primetime today. Primetime Players Club donates to your high school sports team. Primetime Cellular and satellite. Going to try it again.
It's going to make it a significant effort because against the wind, you really got to drive the ball. Let's see if he can drive the ball here instead of kicking up in the air.
Snap is excellent.
There he drove the ball.
Good. Right down Broadway. So 11:31 to go in the third quarter. The Panthers are on the board again in the second half, 14-7. Waldo State Bank, 119 Depot Street in Waldo, Wisconsin. Waldo State Bank serving the community since 1913. Come visit us at 119 North Depot Street in bustling downtown Waldo and visit us on our website at www.waldostatebank.com. Waldo State Bank, FDIC, Niesman's Diamond Center, County Road O in Plymouth. Looking for that special bridal set for the largest selection at the lowest prices. Shop at Niesman's Diamond Center where you'll always find a great buy. Niesman's is located at W5132 County Road O, just north of 23 on the corner of Pleasant View Road and County Road O. Four Seasons Comfort Incorporated, quality service with your comfort in mind. Winter's fierce winds and frigid temperatures are very, very close. But the condition of your home's heating system should be given consideration. Four Seasons Comfort of Sheboygan County recommends a call be made now to be sure your heating system is ready to go. If your system needs replacement, Four Seasons can recommend the correct Trains heating system that will reduce utility bills and energy costs. Give them a call at 565-2095.
Well, Scott, I said at the end of the half that I was really interested in how the Panthers would come out second half with the ball, and they've answered 2 plays, a touchdown, and now equally as important is can they answer defensively?
Well, they made some blocking adjustments, obviously. Kick is got down to the 11. Running back, he breaks into the open. Good return for Kewaskum out to their 44-yard line. But for a stumble, he might have been gone, Brad, so Kewaskum's going to take over. It'll be interesting to see what they have done.
Exactly.
You know, they have run the ball well. They have not thrown it well. Partly because the Panther defense is hard to throw against with that 3-5-3 defense. You don't know where all the guys are coming from, but they have run the ball well, especially with Brandon Thull. So it's...
we do need to make some adjustments defensively against the run because they have been effective with the run.
Well, they spread it out a little bit more, Brad. We didn't see this in the first half.
Panthers, still loose. Oh, Kewaskum got it back, I believe.
Here again, it looked like a kind of a fake draw, but there's no draw in that situation. But Kewaskum lucky to get the ball back, picked up a yard on the play, 2nd and 9 at just over their 45-yard line.
I think at least one Panther had a chance to grab up that ball, but I tell you, in these conditions, it's so hard to corral a ball.
Well, I think it squirted out to it. That little darn pumpkin, as they call it sometimes, is not the easiest thing to grab. Now they go shotgun. Huh?
I love them in shotgun, Scott. I got to tell you. Well thrown ball there, caught outside, just inside Panther territory at the Panther 49.
Quick turn in, right, Brad? Quick hitter, quick turn in. You're gonna, great mark for the Panthers. I'll tell you, that kid was up. That kid was 2 yards ahead when he got hit.
He was pretty close to first down territory.
Yeah, he was. But good job, good break for the Panthers. Third and this is an interesting play. 3rd and 2 or 3. They're inside Panther territory. Do they want to consider 2 downs? They're going to go in the eye, which they've generally given the ball to Thull when they've gone in the eye.
Motion coming this way. It's all over the right side.
And he's 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. He's going to pick it up. Down to the Panther 46. Kewaskum 1st and 10, middle of the field, 10-17 into the 3rd quarter.
Well, 3 downs and a first down, but they also had a fumbled ball there. So that was actually a pretty lucky series for the Kewaskum Indians there. Panthers just need to take care of
Well,
business.
the Panthers now are not giving them that 15, 20-yard, maybe even 7, 8-yard run.
Right.
That's been huge. You're right. I love them when they're in the right now. The best player in the field is not in the backfield.
Trying to get him the ball here, though. Bukini right there making the defensive play.
Great coverage by Dominic Bukini.
He did a nice job when the ball was being delivered. Thule was going up for the ball, and I think Bukini got his arm up in between there like you're taught, and a very nice job by Bukini to defend it.
He's a great athlete. Tried to isolate him. Dom did a great job.
I still don't understand. You want to get the ball in the hands of Thule, but on a fly route, the odds are not as good as if you throw a bubble screen or something like that. Get him the ball in space, but do it differently. 2nd and 10. Thule there, tackled by Albers. Ball's loose, but ruled down. The Albers has really had a nice game tonight.
Been very, very, very active. Albie has done a great job. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
I think you'll see Zach Kane come up to a defensive end, and
Falk comes in at the safety on that
spot
situation. So Zach, he's in there simply to put pressure on the quarterback. You bring a 6'5" Stork in there.
So interesting defensive set for the Panthers. Well defended right there.
Great job.
Brooks again, I believe, from the nose.
Well, he just got it. I'll tell you what, if Brooks doesn't make that play, there's going to be a big game, but he just torpedoed inside, and what a great play. So Kane will go back to receive the punt, standing at about his own 15. Snap is good. Kick is good.
Let her go in the end zone.
Should go into the end zone.
It did.
And it does. So the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Bank First National, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. At Bank First, you'll discover what community banking is all about. Local people making local decisions to help make banking easy. Our ties to the Plymouth area are strong, and we are fully committed to our community. Visit us today and discover what makes Bank First an easy choice for all your financial needs. Plymouth Glass. Oh, Panthers coming up to the line of scrimmage. Falk, Williford, and Stealing in the backfield. And it's the Stallion. He doesn't get nothing in the backfield.
No gain there. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Again, the Panthers against the wind in this 3rd quarter. The wind is definitely an advantage if you're with it. No question about it.
2nd and 10. Falk in the shotgun. Stalling to his left. And goes to Stalling off the right side. Picks up a couple yards. Nice job, Sam, to get that.
I tell you, Staley made some nice adjustments, and again, he's another kid that has good churning feet that keep him going, and wasn't a whole lot there.
36 for the Panthers.
Brings up 3rd and 6. Falk rolling right.
Time only.
Boy, oh boy.
Nice pattern.
Nice pattern. Throwing on the move. Very well done by the sophomore Falk, getting Zach Kane in the open and drilling it.
Only a three-man rush by the Kewaskum Indians.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line.
And is Stilling on a bit of a delay, gets outside, wheels and deals, dances, and he's still
He
going.
busts off, he's outside. He's got Scott, I got to tell you, he should have been down on the ground 3-4 times. A lot of arm tackling, hand tackling. That doesn't bring Sam Sailing down.
Nearly 20 yards on the play.
Okay, the way this game is going, Brad, 7 minutes, 7:24 to go in the third. A score here would be really, really tough for the Kewaskum Indians. They have not shown big playability. They have not been able to throw against our defense. It's as simple as that.
22-yard gain for Sailing. First and 10 for the Panthers at the 46 of Kewaskum, or 41 of Kewaskum. Sailing over the right side, stays with his blocking and just puts his head down.
And I'll tell you what, right now, I think our offensive line is starting to take charge.
Yep.
Now, granted, we didn't get a first down in the last series, but you just saw a push there where even on the last play, though Sam made a lot of it on his own, you know, the offensive line is starting to take over a little bit. Second down and 4 for the Panthers at the Kewaskum 35-yard line, just right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, you know, you almost get to a point where you want to give a steady diet of Sailing, but at the same time, got to give them a variety here. And right there, Sailing is going to be stifled.
Well, that time the Kewaskum defensive line won the battle. They were in our backfield, dropped them for about a 2-yard loss. You know, in this situation with this win, Brad, it's up to the coaches. It might be 4-down territory.
Well, part of it here is now, last time Falk rolled out. I love that. Roll them out, put a little pressure on that defense, keep that pass rush off. Don't be surprised if you see Falk roll to the right again, wide side of the field.
Well, Kewaskum is dedicating 2 safeties on the deal.
Straight drop. Up to Kane. Kane loses his footing. If he keeps his footing, he's got a chance to turn it up for first down.
And now it's going to be 4th and about 2 or 3, and they're going to go. They're inside the 35.
Yep, they need 3 yards for a first down. They are definitely going to go for it. Sailing checks back in.
Okay, the cat and mouse game begins. Are we going to run it? This is where the Panthers, I think, are really tough because they have so many run-pass options on that offense.
Well, they got good enough athletes outside and inside. And a timeout for the Panthers. They just want to talk this one over. A little late getting to the line of scrimmage, I think, Scott.
Well, they want to make sure this is a huge, huge play. Plymouth Glass, East Main Street, kitty corner from the library in Plymouth. Plymouth Glass is family run. They're honored to serve the people of our community. We've lived here our entire lives. It's important to treat our customers well. We offer a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, commercial steel doors, residential entry doors, laminated and tempered glass, interior and exterior glass, tabletop, thermopane, Lexan, plexiglass, they've got it all. Stopping at Plymouth Glass, they're ready to handle all your glass needs. Wagner's Auto Body, 15 Stafford Street, downtown Plymouth. Same spot they've been for years and years and years. If your car is embarrassed to go out on the road because it has a few wrinkles, much like ourselves, Brad, why not treat it to a facelift at Wagner's Auto Body, the plastic surgeon of the auto industry? Witness the rebirth of your vehicle. Call Wagner's Auto Body, located in Plymouth at 892-8706. So the Panthers coming back out on the field. You know, at 4th and 3, lots of options for the Panthers.
Well, you know, I was thinking about it. You hate taking timeouts when you don't really want one, but this is actually a good timeout because no matter what, you really want to really think over your best option here.
Well, the middle is wide open. Now the safety's back up. Motion. They're going to load the left side. Oh, we are going to get, I think, a procedure off. Okay, that's going to bring the punt team on, Brad. Lots of stuff going on there, and unfortunately too much stuff, so it's a procedure. You can't have 2 people moving at the same time. You got a man in motion. Anybody moves at all, procedure penalty. So Williford's going to back the punt, trying to pin the Kewaskum Indians back. 5:15 to go in the third quarter.
You'll see that the punt will come to this side because Thull is on the other side, their best player by far. Good snap, and I was wrong. They're going to kick it right to Thull. Be down inside the 1 and just trickles into the end zone. I'll tell you, that was awfully close to being down inside the 5-yard line.
It certainly was. Advanced Eye Care, East Mill Street, right down at the stop and go lights in Plymouth. Advanced Eye Care, Doctors Tim and Cheryl Ziegler know that performing your best on the field, diamond or gym requires total fitness, including your eyes. The Advanced Eye Care staff takes care of all your eye health needs with total vision and eye health testing, treatment of eye injuries and disease, and a guaranteed contact lens success program. Most insurance plans and Medicare are accepted. www.advancedeyecareplymouth.com or 893-8474. So Kewaskum first and 10 at their own 20, trailing by 7, 5:08 left to go in the third quarter.
You have to answer defensively here after giving up the ball.
Ball to the outside, gets around the outside. He's going to pick up a first down and then some. Picks up about 17 yards up to the 38, at least the 38-yard line.
I tell you, that ball was loose again. That's the third time now the ball's been loose. One time legitimately, twice towards the end of the play where they ruled it dead. But if that ball's coming loose that much,
right,
maybe there's a little fatigue setting in here and you can get a turnover.
Or just careless,
Yep.
just careless. Because again, Kewaskum, we're talking about good defenses. The Panthers' defense statistically is the best in the conference. Nonetheless, they pick up a big gain, 17 yards. We talked, they haven't been doing that, but they did on that play. They haven't done much with the motion. Picking up a middle, picks up about 3 or 4 yards.
Yep.
To me, this is where Kewaskum has had the most success. The Panthers have read their keys well and have played the pass very, very well. 2nd and 6, Brad.
The thing about Thull is if you don't get a real square hit on him, he's going to twist and turn and come off that for more yardage. So you really got to get a good hit on him.
Tyler Lindsay on the tackle.
Jared Holdridge out for the second half for the Panthers, one of the inside linebackers.
Nice play by Sam Staling. Third and about when it was second and about 6.
Intended for Eric Dow.
And it's hard to understand, isn't it, Scott?
It is for me.
You got a horse in the backfield that really we have some answers to, but you got to feed the beast, like you said.
One of the things you're seeing is Staling has played so well at defensive back for the Panthers. They're not throwing away from him, which just means they're throwing at the receiver. They got one really nice receiver, and they've had success with him. There's nothing there. Ay, ay, ay. Good job, Panther defensive line, Brad. They have just stuffed them.
Cole Bruggen.
Cole Bruggen got a tackle there.
They've done a great job of stuffing them up the middle.
Bruggen is in for Holdridge, right? Not sure.
Kane deep again for the Panthers.
Line drive. Is he going to go in?
Hop. Kane's
going to let it go.
Oh, it's going to roll. Oof. Puts the Panthers in a tough situation at the 3-yard line. 3:22 left in the third. The Panthers do lead the Kewaskum Indians 14-7. Jim's Appliance Repair Service and Sales LLC, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. Jim's Appliance Repair Service and Sales is your one-stop source for all your appliance needs. Jimmy DeRune, a certified technician, provides in-home service and repair for appliances of all kinds with same-day service in the Plymouth area. New appliances, Jim's Appliance Sales can help you purchase from all major brands. Jim's overhead is low, so your price is low. Give him a call at 892-2333. Let Jim take care of your appliance needs. You will be glad that you did. Hand to Staling in the backfield. Not much going.
Hand off to Sam Staling.
They have now down there. You want to be careful going outside, but they have had their success getting to the outside, Brad.
Yep. And there's not a lot of gadgetry that you're going to see down here.
No.
I mean, you're going to see something where something that worked that was pretty solid play for you, and you're going to see that. And the coaching staff at Kewaskum, that's what they're going to be looking for. So, brings up 2nd and 9. 2:50 left in this third quarter. Stealing over the right side. There's a flag comes in the area of holding.
Staling the ball carrier.
And here is your call.
And
Holding.
You're right, Brad. As always, Brad, you were right.
I like that thing about
it's where
right.
the flag gets thrown. In that situation, it wasn't at the point of the tackle, which sometimes can be the infamous face guard, but it's right where the holding takes place. Now, it's half the distance. I think Kewaskum is going to push him back, frankly.
Well, the Panthers have the advantage of the score, but right now they do not have the advantage of the wind, and the wind is really going to be an issue here.
There's no mosquito problems tonight, though.
None.
At all.
None.
Second and 9 for Plymouth.
It'll be second and 11
11 for Plymouth.
for Plymouth here with 2:25 and
That might
counting.
be a little, I hate to say it, but for the Panthers, I think that's a little bit of a break, Brad, to get that extra play. And now we got a procedure, so the wheels are falling off a little bit here.
Well, they had a legal procedure just before in the 4th down. Now they've had a holding and a procedure. And I was thinking before the half that the Panthers have been very disciplined and
Yes,
done a
they
nice
have.
job. And now all of a sudden, now they're down inside their 1 yard line. Now you have no wiggle room for any kind of mistake whatsoever.
Illegal procedure called against the Panthers.
I think they're going to make a clock adjustment here.
Another yard is marked off. Second and 12 for Plymouth. From their own 1 yard line.
The thing about all these penalties is the clock can continue to run, and hopefully you can run that clock out and get it to a point where you're punting with the wind.
Here's where you just don't want to make a mistake. You know, if you can get Staling through the line, man, he can go the distance. You got Williford also can go the distance, but you just don't want to make a mistake.
Exactly.
As well as Gavin Falcon, he has played fantastic since he took over for Don Bocchini. He's still a young kid. You know, he's showed the maturity of a much older than a sophomore. So they're having trouble with the clock a little bit.
Yeah, they want to add on some time here. The clock was running when it didn't need to. 2:08. And now they have it reset. It was at 1:50.
We're lucky with what we got here. The old dial clock. I remember trying to run that darn thing.
Yeah.
That was amazingly bad. But it stood the test of time. Staling in the end zone. Handed it to Wilford. Off the tackle. Nothing doing.
Not a whole lot there. They'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 11. Again, at about the 3 yard line. So Kewaskum trying to keep the Panthers. Now somebody's taking a timeout. I think it's going to be the Indians.
Kewaskum is going to take a timeout so that they have more time with the wind. And they're hoping to get that ball back quickly and then still be able to use some plays with the wind.
The Osthoff Resort, a 4-diamond AAA property in Elkhart, is hiring for all full and part-time positions. Students and adults are encouraged to apply. Check out their employment page at www.osthoff.com and discover the unique and exciting employment opportunities. The Osthoff Resort focuses on delivering the best Midwest resort experience to their guests, and their success is built by their team members, so join the Osthoff today. Van Horn Automotive of Plymouth. Visit us at vhcars.com. Van Horn Automotive Group of Plymouth is driven to provide quality transportation and service at the best possible value to customers in our communities and around the county. Van Horn Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Joe Van Horn Chevrolet, and Sheboygan County Budget Auto are dedicated to the principles and virtues of hard work, integrity, fairness, and optimism. This is who we are and what we will exhibit to each other, our customers, and our communities. Visit our current inventory at vhcars.com. So, Brad, big play, 3rd and 12. Again, you're going to plow it up the middle and get them a little bit of room. Now you got to get them some room to punt the football, because otherwise they'd have been right back on that end line. The Panther punt team. Now here's, we forget this in every level of football. But here's your special teams, and the Panthers have been pretty darn solid all year.
Absolutely.
Where it's huge.
1 yard and a half on the play, 4th and 9 for the Panthers.
Well, you want a decent punt, something that's a line drive against that wind. And I still think you want to kick it away from Thull. Last time they tried to kick it out of bounds.
And they did exactly what you want them to do, and he got it away from Thull. But it's out at about the 19-yard line.
That's about a 16, 17-yard punt.
I think they were trying to kick it away from him, but you're right. It was a difficult situation. So 1:15, Kewaskum has the ball at the Panther 19-yard line.
Well, this is where your defense has to step up big time. They got to make some plays. They got to try to keep them out of the end zone, make them kick it. I will tell you this, that if they keep them out of the end zone, good chance they're going to be kicking against the wind in the fourth quarter. So I really key your defense against Thull right here and just say we got to stop him. Here's a counter. Missed tackle there, boy, I tell you.
But then a big tackle. That was a great. That was a good call, Brad. But that was great play by the Panther defense. Again, reading your keys. Picked up about. I'm looking at 4-5 at the Panther, just inside the 15-yard line. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the change at the third will make a difference with the wind. It's not real balmy out here tonight, but it's also October 17th, so that's how it is.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
I can think of worse weather at this time of year.
I think we saw the sun for 3-4 minutes today. Second and a long full for the Indians. And the Thull, in the backfield, he's down. Touchdown, Brandon Thull. What a job by Brandon Thull. He weaves his way into the end zone. 25 seconds to go. 14-13. Panthers with the kick coming.
Well, Bucchini had a chance to put him down, and so did Kane, but this kid is a special kid. And in fact, Thull right now is down. He's been down a couple times tonight and popped back up. So, but he's a workhorse, so you got to cut him a little slack. Extra point to come to try to tie the score here. Panthers now will be going into the win for just a little bit here, and then the fourth quarter be with the win. A big advantage, I think, Scott, but still, you got to do something in the trenches to make it happen.
Absolutely. Thull's up. They got him up. He seems to be walking on. He's limping a little bit. But he's getting better as he walks, Brad. Huberty CPA and trusted business advisors, Eastern Avenue, never miss an opportunity. With today's constantly changing tax laws, cookie cutter strategies are rarely the answer. Individuals and businesses need a partner who understands the relationship between tax consequences and a financial objective. At Huberty, our tax expertise allows us to fit your individual business or circumstance in order to create a custom solution. That's Huberty CPAs and trusted business advisor. Never miss an opportunity. To kick for Kowalski. This is huge, Brad. Snap is fumbled.
Huge
play. It was a good snap.
Had nothing to do with the kicker whatsoever there. Just went through the kids.
The snap was right on the button.
The holder just didn't come up with the ball.
Well, you know, if that holder has been sitting like we have up here, it's cold.
It is cold. And, you know, that's high school football. That's just the way it is.
So, 24 seconds to go in the third, and the Panthers will get the football.
24 seconds left in this third quarter. Panthers with now a 1-point lead after the botched extra point. Not a missed extra point, a botched snap. All right, the snap was good, but the hole was nowhere to be seen.
I'll just step in here briefly for Scott Richards, and it's been a great game, and a little disappointed here on this last drive, though. The Panthers gave up those points a little easily. We hope they...
Well, we got pinned deep. Our play selection is very, very limited when you're inside your own 5, which makes a big difference.
It is.
But then defensively, you have to hold them. And I tell you, the Thull kid is the real deal. He runs hard, runs effectively, and we just didn't put him down on the ground like we needed to. Not kicking with the wind.
But in 24 seconds, the Panthers have the wind to their back.
They will. Yes, you're right. Stealing up the middle. Busts the tackle. He's out to the 40.
And that's a nice key when you have your special teams getting you that kind of room.
Absolutely. Stealing a little slow to getting up. He's cramping up. He's grabbing his toe as if he would have a cramp there. You know, you think of a cold night like this and cramping.
Yeah.
The wind is what takes a lot of moisture off your body, and it really makes a difference. You really have to be hydrated for all athletic events. I learned something just 2 days ago. In the NFL, they worry about hydration more when they're in domes than when they're in the hot weather. The domes are so dry that they have to hydrate more for domes. I did not know that. Did you know that?
Absolutely not.
Jack of all trades, master of none, right here.
Well, Bill Kane team, the Realtors, Auctioneers, Appraisers are proud to be a backer of the Plymouth Community TV. Their team can assist in any of your moving needs and questions. Let them put you over. Let them put. Let us put over 30 years of experience to work for you. That's Bill Kane's Remax Plus Realty Plus, rather. I'm sorry.
This is 1st and 10 Panthers.
Quick bubble pass to Kane. Going to try to turn that back up, and will gain very little to nothing. Gain of about 1.
That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
And the Panthers will have decent field position with the win here. They'll have it at their own 41, and that'll end the 3rd quarter. Again, Bill Kane's team of Realtors, Auctioneers, and Appraisers. Call today at 920-893-8842 or 980-2588. Email Bill Kane at billkane.com/billkane@remax.net. Good luck, Panthers. And that's the last of our backers, and the backers make these programs possible. Plymouth Community Television. We all invite you to become a member of the backers, and we'll spread the good word about your fine business or organization. As a member of the backers, your business or organization will be supporting the continuation of quality programming, and that's quality Plymouth Community programming on TV 14. For more information, call Jenny at 920-933-3382 or the studio at 893-0006. Again, we thank all the backers for their support. Well, we entered the 4th quarter with a 1-point lead and the win at our back, so to speak, and definitely at the backs of the Panthers.
Jump around, but you know, I'll live through it.
Falk in a shotgun. Williford in motion, empty backfield. That's a they ruled it an incomplete pass. I got to tell you, Mike, that ball looked like it went backwards a little bit, didn't it?
Yep.
But it was ruled incomplete.
I want to explain tonight that I want to miss Todd Niles not being up here, but I can't.
But you can.
But I can.
A very interesting spot.
Yeah, it was. That's weird.
It actually, I got to tell you, they backed it up a little bit. Maybe it was a backward pass. I'm not sure. 3rd and a bunch. 3rd and 10.
Plenty of time.
And throwing behind Williford, incomplete. The Panthers will have to punt.
All pass intended for Tyler Williford, incomplete.
Well, Williford was open, but then he started moving into traffic, and I think what Falk wanted Williford to do is settle down in that open spot, and Williford kept on the move, and that was the difference.
With the wind to our back here, we'll see what Woolley can send one out there.
14-13, 11:53, only 7 seconds into this second or the 4th quarter. Williford with a nice punt, bounding deep.
You get enough?
Fielded inside the 15, and he's going to get out to about the 11. Tackle there. And
he got just enough foot on that, didn't he?
Just enough. Like to see him get it up in the air a little bit, let the wind hold on to it a little bit, but nonetheless, the Kewaskum Indians will take over at their 21. Tackle there by Jake Steinert.
First down, Kewaskum.
Now is when we really need the defense to step up.
Oh, without question. They have to really make a difference right here. You know, the only thing that you can do against the wind effectively is run the ball. Against the wind, throwing is very difficult tonight. But what does Kewaskum do well? Run the ball. So we'll see what the Panthers can do defensively here. It's all over the left side. Gain of about 7. You know, Thal went down with an injury, and it was all like dire straits, barely hobbling off the side, and now he's fine. It makes you wonder, but brings up 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6.
It's going to come down to this key of stopping that run.
Motion to the right side with a power off to the left, power right off the left. Thule gets on the outside edge. He's going to get the edge, and more than the edge, got a chance to go, and stops and goes down with Oleg and Omen there. A tough time keeping the leverage from on the outside right there, Mike. They just really didn't do a very good job.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Kowalski at their own 38. They are marching. Well, you got two teams getting a little bit later in the game. Could be getting a little tired. 1st and 10 at their own 38. Screen pass out here to Thal.
You know, Brad, you get a chance to go down on the sideline and watch Thal a little bit. He is not that big, but he runs bigger.
Yes.
There's no question you're going to compare Staling and Thal a little bit. Sam's a little bit bigger. He's probably 180, 185. Thal's about 170. They're both great bats. I think Sam, breakaway speed's a little quicker. Thal, maybe a little quicker inside the tackles.
But he at 175, he lowered his shoulder right there and got another yard and a half, 2 yards.
He is a junior. I talked to the Crossman coaches.
Yep, no question. Straight drop here. Quick out. That'll bring a first down. Just inside Panther territory. 9:34 left in this fourth quarter, and I'll tell you, Scott, this defensive series is huge. Right now, the Panthers have to make a stop.
Well, you're absolutely right, Brad, because it's been back and forth. Nobody has taken over the game. Certainly, it's been back and forth. But by the same token, Kowalski has had the better of it for the last 6-7 minutes.
Well, we answered early in the half by the second half kickoff. We took it right down in 2 plays and scored. We looked like, well, we got this kind of figured out, and all of a sudden it's been all Kowalski from there on.
Well, we talked about control of the line of scrimmage. That play, to me, is where you see control of the line of scrimmage, simply because they pick up 5 yards. Nobody was anywhere near in the backfield. So 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Panthers with a 1-point, very, very, very small lead. The Panther Booster Club thanks all the fans of Plymouth football and the many businesses. Our goal is to support the coaches and molding young men who do well on the field, and they thank Plymouth Community TV. Miller and Belt Incorporated, Hillendale Road, 67 and PP. Check out their complete line of steel chainsaws and trimmers, as well as all their snowblowers, and that's not far away. The Paddock Club for great dining in Elkhart Lake. Check out the Paddock Club on Lake Street in Elkhart Lake. Community Bank and Trust proudly supports Plymouth Athletics. Show your Panther pride with Community Bank and Trust checks. Plymouth Furniture and Bedding Showroom, Fairfield Plaza. Check out all their furniture, anything you want, plus their clearance center. Papa Murphy's Love at 425 degrees. Right behind Family Video in Plymouth. Ace Supply and Rental, Thayer-Strine, Plymouth. I'll tell you, if you need it, Ace Supply and Rental probably's got it.
Yeah.
From big equipment to chairs and tables for that party, you're gonna host for me, Brad. Second and just under 5 for the Indians at the Panther 45.
Screen going the other way. Wall set up. Down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds.
18 or 19. That was well set up, Brad.
Well, full come this way.
Right.
You're sitting there going, looking, yeah, that's who the kid's your key. But everybody has to do their job, and somebody forgot to take care of the back coming out the right side.
It was well set up, well blocked, and I'll tell you what, somebody made a nice tackle, or that's a score. Again, we can't, first of all, can't see much anyway. My glasses got rain on them, but...
1st and 10 at the Panther 20-yard line.
Panther crowd is getting into it. They've been into it. Boy, they're racking it up right now. Thal dances a little bit, picks up 2, maybe 3.
Gain of almost 2. You know, he did a little twisting before he even really had anything going.
I think the same thing. I don't know that he needed to do that, but
I tell you, at the next level, he does that twist, he's going to get buried.
Yeah.
I wonder how many carries he has tonight, Scott. He's got to have at least 30, 25, 30 carries. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Good play, and the kid is wide open. The pass was just outside, but a good receiver catches it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
3rd and 8.
So
Their play selection here has been a whole lot better because they're a little bit safer. They're using Thull as a decoy.
The plays, if the catch is caught, it's 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 8. You're going to see what they're confident in on this play, Brad, right here.
Thull in motion again. Bubble screen with him.
To Thull. They got
I tell you, we did not react well to that, Scott.
We did not react, and we got Kowalski down at the 6-yard line. You're right. That was a well set up play. They had all their blockers. They got the ball to Thull, and he picked it down to the boat. They're going to put it at the 7-yard line. So it's 1st and goal at the 7. 7:56 left in the football game.
Well, when that kid comes out on that screen like that, you got to get a lot of people coming that way. Granted, they threw the screen back the other way against that before.
Well, so we've been a little critical of some of the plays they've called. They've called a pretty nice series right here.
Right here, absolutely.
1st and goal at the 7. Motion, the fullback moved. That, both teams have made those kind of mistakes tonight. And if you're Coach Pittman right now, your hair's gone.
Yep.
That difference of 5 yards here is huge.
1st and goal at the 7 is a whole lot different than 1st and goal at the 12.
Well, obviously the fullback's the lead blocker, but discipline is so important there. 1st and goal at the 7, it's a yard and a half, and 2, and you got to score. Now, I did that pretty good.
Yeah, you did that real well.
Give myself a little.
I'm not sure it added up to 7, but
no,
it was pretty good.
It was still 6.5.
Slant play.
Get it down to the 5. Yeah, so they got the 5 plus 2, just shy of the 5-yard line. So 2nd and goal at the 5. Now it's a situation. I don't think they trust their kicking game.
Oh, I would not trust it. 2 things: the wind and the kicker is suspect, and they've already botched the snap. I'm sure Coach Pittman is saying, "I got to get this ball in the end zone," and they will right here.
And touchdown. They will right there for a touchdown. I'll tell you, Brandon Thull picked his hole extremely well. I thought the Panthers had it stopped up, but somehow he got that forward lean. 6:33 to go. Kowalski now takes a 19-14 lead. I would think they would go for 2, Brad.
No question they're going for 2. No question. They have no reason to go for 1. Doesn't make any difference as far as...
I remember one time, Mike Briggs making the call. Do we go for 2 to win or go for 1 not to?
That was against Slinger years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Big play right here. Could be the difference. Well defended by the Panthers. Albers, I think.
It was the same play to the other side.
Absolutely, and Albers crashed really well, made the play.
Well,
that's what
boys,
you needed.
6:33 to go in the ball game. Panthers down 5. They're going to get the ball on the kick.
Now, playoff implications, Scott.
What I heard today, I talked to Coach Canales and Gran. If we win, we think we're going to go north. We could be a 1 seed. If we lose, we may or may not go north and could be a 5 seed. The difference is 5 seed won't get a home game.
Correct.
So this drive is huge. It's going to start with the kickoff. I mean, you got a great returner in Staling, and it's up to the Panthers to take care of business. Napa Auto Parts, Clover Lane and Plymouth. Stop in at your local Napa and Clover Lane. 20/20 Visions. Doctors Sharon Robertson, Brad Wickland. Check them out for all your eye care needs. Plymouth Plumbing and Heating. If it's any plumbing job of any kind, boilers, faucets, drains, check out Plymouth Plumbing and Heating. State Farm Insurance and Financial Services, Jim Schultz, your agent. Get to a better state. Meyer Motors. GoMeyerMotors.com. Stop in and check out their great selection. Primetime Cellular, Cellcom agent, and Radio Shack.
How about a return right here? That was about as effective as what you're going to have all along there.
Well, the Panthers have been starting at their 30 or 35. They want to keep it away from stealing. Waldo State Bank, Depot Street in Waldo. Beautiful, bustling downtown Waldo. Niesman's Diamond Center, County Road O. A large selection of diamond and gemstone jewelry. Check out Niesman's Diamond Center.
Well, 65 yards away from pay dirt. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Falk with a straight drop, looking, going to find Kane over the middle. I tell you, Kane does not come down easy because he's a big kid.
Well, there was no pressure on Gavin Falk. I've been so impressed with Gavin Falk. He hangs in there, the maturity he shows.
Great protection there. I mean, he was there looking at options and waited for Kane to clear, but it doesn't happen without the offensive line.
His target. He's going to be his target. I'm surprised. But Kewaskum plays zone. They go pretty much 4-4-3, which is what they did. They don't give away the big play unless you break a run. Schneider with the catch, picks up, I think, 5 yards.
Yeah, probably closer to 6.
Yep, they had pressure on Falk that time. There was a great cut block on the outside, and you can block ahead of the play as long as it's caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Correct.
Down to 5:45, they're going to snap it in at about 5:30, 2nd and 4. Now inside Kewaskum territory, just shy of the 46-yard line. Falk stays in the shotgun, Stilling to his left. Hasn't touched the ball yet on this drive. I think he will pretty soon here, and here he does on the Wildcat. First down, Plymouth Panthers. Just shy of the Kewaskum 40 at about the 41-yard line.
Well, 5:27, and the clock will come back in. Plenty of time, and you don't want to score too fast, Scott, either. So it's kind of, you have to have a balance. You'll take a score no matter what.
Well, the Panthers have had real positive yards and first down on both sets here.
Yep.
Boy, the top of the screen looks like where there's some business to be had.
Falk's going to go down for a loss.
Well covered by the Indians. The Panthers looked at the top of the screen, nothing there. Kewaskum played it well. Loss of 3, long 2. 2nd and 12. Under 5 minutes. Panthers now back at the Kewaskum 40, outside the 43-yard line. Left side, wide side here. This is where I think Gavin Falk tends to throw the ball a little bit better to his right.
Don't be surprised you see him with a little rollout action here. See if the Panthers will try to seal it up inside a little bit and get him out. Straight drop here.
Pressure on, try to get Scaling on a delay, nothing there. Pressure by Kewaskum. 3rd and 13 now, huge play. There's plenty of time left. You don't have to go for it on 4th down here.
Correct.
Panthers have all 3 timeouts left to the best of my no, they do not. They should have 2 timeouts left. They called a timeout on a big play earlier.
Correct.
Stallion and Falk in the backfield, double slots right and left. Only 3 down linemen for the Indians. He's got all kinds of time. He's going to try to run. There's nothing there though. It closed down quickly. Good coverage by the Indians in the defensive backfield. So now 4th and 10 at the 43. They got a decision. 4:16 to go. They're going to punt the football.
Yep.
You know what, Brad? Now, not that we know a lot, but if you can get them back against the goal line, I think if you hold them to nothing, you're in better shape in this situation.
Yeah, you got to pin them back, no question.
They're not even sending anybody back. I'm surprised they're not at least sending a single safety back. So what you're saying is we're going to let it roll. So maybe we get a great break here on the roll.
Just don't want it to go into the end zone, that's all.
And it's going to be all right. Watch it. Yeah. No, it's at the half-yard line. See, I don't like that. I don't like not having somebody back there, but but the body can go in the ball didn't go in the end zone.
That's correct.
So Kewaskum's got the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line. Four Seasons Comfort. Winter Fierce winds are around the corner. Give Four Seasons Comfort. Mike Pelzel, Jeremy Linsma, give them a call. Bank First National, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. At Bank First, you'll discover what community banking is all about. Plymouth Glass, East Main Street in Plymouth. See them for all your glass needs, from a broken window to a new door. Wagner's Auto Body, Stafford Street in downtown Plymouth. Been there for years. Advanced Eye Care at the intersection in right downtown Plymouth. I think quarterbacks are going to go under center and just try to sneak it.
This is going to be a sneak right here.
Oh, they're going to hand it to Thal.
They might have got him inside.
Over the right side of the line. Short gain on
Safety, Scott, safety. He didn't get out of the end zone.
Well, I got to be honest.
Why not sneak that ball, get yourself a yard?
Well, they're talking it over right here. So, well, the Kowalski's off the field, so is Plymouth. Well, it makes it interesting. Now, a field goal could tie the football game.
Absolutely.
And Kowalski's going to kick off into the wind. Well, I agree, Brad. If you sneak in and pick up a yard, that's not going to happen.
Now, here's the other thing. They got to kick from the 20-yard line, and they don't have a good kicker. They don't have a good kicker. They don't have a good punter. A return still gets us in their territory,
Absolutely.
I think.
Well, you know, when you're kicking into the wind, I tell you, at the 20, a 30-yard kick, it's to the 40.
Absolutely.
Jim's Appliance Repair Service and Sales LLC, whether it's service of appliance or a brand new one, give Jimmy DeRune a call at 892-2333. The Ostov Resort, looking for workers, give them a call. Van Horn Automotive of Plymouth, check them out at vhcars.com. For the best prices and great service, check out Van Horn Automotive, Huberty CPAs and Trusted Business Advisors, 2831 Eastern Avenue. Call them at 892-2433. Never miss an opportunity. Check out Huberty CPAs. Bill Kane, Remax Realty Plus, Real Estate Auctioneer, Personal Property Appraiser, Mill Street in Plymouth. 980.
We are way too deep here, Scott.
You can fair catches, by the way. That's a very, very good punt.
Schneider on the return. Tell you, he did two things, Scott, that was really smart. He fielded the ball cleanly,
And went
got
right up the field.
north-south,
Yep.
and then he also protected the ball. He put two hands around it and said, I'm going to get everything I can. Nice play by Schneider.
The punt by the Panthers paid off. Not having somebody back did not pay off for the Indians.
Exactly.
You and I, we coached a lot of football together. We always said, somehow catch the ball.
Yep.
You know, catch
Field the ball. Field the punt.
So, boy, it's down to it. Last game of the EWC. It's for all the marbles. 3:19 to go. Finke Field, fourth quarter.
3:19
to 19. The Panthers are down with the ball, 1st and 10.
That's backwards.
That didn't go anywhere. They were trying to double pass again, Brad, and I'll tell you what, if they get it to him, it might have worked.
This weather doesn't allow it.
On that field, it's a slippery field.
It
It's
is.
going to make it now 2nd and 18. The clock keeps running. I don't think the clock is the problem here. I think it's the field.
Yep.
Panthers will go stack right, stack left. Kowalski double safeties. I believe they're in a man. Very little pressure on Falk. They're throwing it to the outside. They got, nope, incomplete.
It's complete to Bukini. Bukini
Now,
will make
Brad, I think you try to pick up half of it here.
Well, you got 3rd and about
They
8.
said he caught it.
He caught it. He did.
Oh, I thought, okay, he
Yep,
caught it. I
3rd and
thought-
8. So they're okay. Going to stack on this side again. Bukini and Kane had something going over there. He's looking this way.
Pressure.
Tell you one thing that Falk has to understand is his protection sometimes will kick a rusher past him. He needs to step up into the pocket a little bit.
First down,
They're going to give him the first down here. It's going to be awfully close.
probably in this situation they'll measure it, in my opinion. Then
They're going to have a measurement here.
I'll tell you, that was a great job by Falk. That was a great throw, great catch. So from 2nd and 18, they pick up 2. As I said, I think Gavin throws the ball better going to his right.
Well, they'll have the short side of the field to his right now, so it'll be a tough throw if he rolls it.
Well, here again, I said this
It
earlier.
is a first down, Scott.
Staling hasn't touched the ball, and I would be shocked if he doesn't get the ball in this next play.
2:13 left. You're at about the 31-yard line. 2:13 in high school football is plenty of time to go 30 yards. You can call anything you want at this point yet with 2 timeouts left, and getting in out of the huddle. You don't have to be too hyped up yet. Straight drop. Looks over to Williford. Williford's got it. He's inside. He's got a chance to get down to 5-6 yard line, Scott. Tyler Williford split some defenders, just ran right through him.
Yeah, another one. Another great throw, great play. I call it a championship play right there.
Yep.
Tell you, that safety was so big.
Yep. Got the ball back a lot faster. Now you're going to see a little bit of Staling, I believe. Nope. Straight drop. Falk. Caught.
At about the 4.
Williford at the 4. Gain of about 2-3 yards.
I was a little surprised they threw it, but they've had success. This whole drive has been throwing a football.
Absolutely.
Second goal for Plymouth.
When they snap it in, it'll be under 120 to go. Panthers down 3. I formation, that's a running formation. Toss.
Pitch to Staling. Staling on the edge. Got a chance to score, and he will score!
He gave him the limp leg there, Brad.
Yes, he did. Panthers score 22-19 with 1:08 left. And this extra point, Scott, is huge.
That was speed, Brad. That was speed. Gave him that little dip to the inside and went to the outside. All speed on that, baby.
Here's Whitebauer on to attempt the extra point.
Well, an extra point, if it's good, it's more than a field goal.
Exactly. That's why the extra point's huge. With the win. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good.
There it is! 22-19, 1:08 to go, Brad.
1:08 to go, and I believe the Kewaskum Indians have 2 timeouts. They used one to get good field position with the win. If I remember correctly, they used only one.
Well, we talked about that punt for the Panthers. You said if they can get them down, second guessing is easy, but we said it when they set up. They don't have anybody back. And the ball landed about the 20, or maybe the 15, and rolled to the 1. And then the first play, handoff in the backfield. I saw was it a Packer or Badger game? Maybe Melvin Gordon got nailed in the backfield for a safety. And they said, the situation is so difficult there. If you get anybody shoots a gap, the back gets the ball 4 yards deep.
And you really want a hard dive at that point to get that push instead of something that's off tackle as an angle for penetration to catch up with. Well, we've had some issues covering kicks too, though, Scott. We've had a couple returned, pretty good returns against us. One in Two Rivers, and last week against against Kiel.
This is 2 great teams, great coaching staffs. Yeah, at times it's easy to stand up here and second guess.
Absolutely.
By the same token, wow, they're both well-coached kids. The kids have played so hard both sides.
And the coaches are all good men. They really are.
Great guys.
Line drive. Bobbled there, picked up at about the 11. That's Thule, and I'll tell you,
he was going nowhere. You don't.
Nice job.
In this situation, you got to go. You go up the middle. First of all, you use less time. You pick up 10 more yards. Good job by Jared Weinbauer. First of all, extra point, and that was a tough kick for anybody to retrieve. 1:01 to go. Long ways for the Indians to go, Brad. 1 minute, 2 timeouts. So it's big chunks, and their passing game hasn't shown the ability to pick up big chunks so far.
You can't rule out Thole coming out of the backfield, and catching the ball in open space.
They have a really nice receiver in Wittick. Prochnow has had a nice year, their quarterback.
They're a little discombobulated here.
Double slots, bottom of the screen, Thole in the backfield, I would guess.
rolls out, throws incomplete.
Tell you, throw was there.
It was.
Throw was there. Kid's got to catch
For some
the ball.
reason, the receiver just put up one hand.
Yeah.
He could have put
That was
two
a
hands
really
up and
nice
catch it.
throw by Prochnow. Obviously, the Panthers are complete, but they still rushed enough people. 54 to go. That play took 7 seconds. Clock stops on a first down. 2 timeouts. But they got to pick up chunks. They can't pick up 7 or 8. They got to pick up 20, 25 yards on a play here.
Ball on the sideline, picked off! Falk with the interception. Threw it up in the air, underthrown, but Falk was breaking on the ball as a safety the whole time.
There was nobody open on the play. Falk did what he's supposed to do as a safety. He's outside, nobody open. 2 timeouts, 48 seconds. They can take these, and they're going to be okay.
Well, I'll tell you, doesn't get a whole lot better than this. In the last game, the last meaningful game of the Eastern Wisconsin Conference Championship. On the line, Kewaskum comes in undefeated, and Panthers with 1 loss early on, both undefeated in the conference. They take a knee.
The clock's running, so Kewaskum's with.
I believe they're going to let it run. They're not going to use their timeouts. They're going to concede the defeat, I believe.
Well, they can take one now and hope for a big mistake by the Panthers, which I would not expect to have happen.
And that'll do it. It's under 25 seconds. No timeout coming here. That'll do it. The Panthers will win tonight. 23-19. A very exciting game. Well played, and I'll tell you, well coached on both sides, I think.
Big plays, no question about the fact there were big plays, Brad. But the play, really, the big play was the
punt.
The punt.
Being down at about the half-yard line made the difference, and then fouled up by a safety.
That was the play that did it. That punt at the half-yard line, safety. Panthers get the ball at the 42, and then they made plays. They had 2nd and 18, picked up 9.
And they made plays throwing the ball.
Third and 9, picked up another 9 or 10. So they made the plays they had to play, make down the stretch. You know, congratulations to both teams, but the Plymouth Panthers win the final EWC Football Conference Championship. We'll find out by Sunday where they play. They'll be playing here.
It'll be a home game. Depending upon we go north or south, we should be home.
They should be a 1 seed. Kewaskum, great team. Unfortunate for them, but that's the way it is. Happy for the Panthers.
Congratulations to Coach Knaus for another fine season. He's done a nice job along with Coach Gran, Coach Brunette, Coach Beaver, Coach Moore, and Coach Brunette.
Right, they did a great job.
And Coach Grip.
The whole staff did a great job. For the Panther fans, I mean, it was a little bit chilly tonight, but they withstood it.
Nice turnout for a nice night tonight.
Just a thought, this is worth $4.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you had to see this. We don't have any stats, but I'll tell you what. You can give credit to the entire Panther football team, both sides of the ball. It was a team win. You had great plays by some individuals, but it took everybody to win this football game.
That'll do it for Brad Valbrecht, Scott Richards, Gary Kaiser on the camera, Mike Briggs helping along here too, and Josh Scott, right? Yep. In the box and inside, taking care of business. We'd like to thank them all, and thanks for watching Plymouth Panther football. Good night.